Binge the full week of The Ray Taylor Show ad-free over at inspireddisorder.com/plus.
This is The Ray Taylor Show.
Ghostbusters Afterlife is a movie that came out last year, came out in theaters. I haven't been to a movie theater since Onward, pre-pandemic. So I just recently watched Ghostbusters Afterlife, streaming on, I believe, Paramount Plus. So it is streaming for free if you have that service. And it is one of the most fun movies I have seen in a while. The Ghostbusters franchise as a whole has kind of had some ups and downs. The original two movies were a staple, constantly and regularly watched in my childhood. Despite how much the second one may not be that great, may not hold up as well, special effects may not hold up as well for both. Still a great set of movies. I was very disappointed in the all-female remake sequel of the Ghostbusters movie that came out, I don't know, probably close to, 2018, 2017, I don't know, a while ago. Just horrible. And it has nothing to do with the gender of the actors in that movie. I enjoy all of those women and enjoy their movies. I just didn't like how they treated the franchise itself. There was it really felt like they were trying to attack men more than trying to make a good Ghostbusters movie. Every character in that movie is stupid, but the men in that movie are exponentially dumber than any human has a right to be. And just the cameos that they had with the original actors was weak. It was bad. The entire film I did not like, and it's a bummer that so much of the criticism for that movie was done so for the wrong reasons. I think on itself as a film it was not good, whereas this movie does everything that movie did not do. This one honors the original film. This movie honors the original cast. This movie is the perfect type of requel, the legacy sequel, where it's part reboot, part sequel. So much fun. Adds so much to the film. Probably the best Ghostbusters movie, hands down. I mean, the first one is a classic, don't get me wrong, but I think this one, the score of this movie is so much of the 80s. You just don't hear scores in movies like this anymore, and definitely brought me back just hearing this score of this movie. The cold open of this movie is action-packed, so great, just getting you right into it. Love all the actors. The casting is amazing. Paul Rudd is great. Carrie Coon, Finn Wolfhard. Just a great cast top to bottom. The story is interesting. It falls apart a little bit. I would say the end of this movie is a bit too much of a rehash, beat-for-beat remake of the first film. But aside from that, I did not care. Coming soon, a new podcast from The Ray Taylor Show, the unofficial Severance recap podcast. Mark leads a team of office workers whose memories have been surgically divided between their work and personal lives. When a mysterious colleague appears outside of work, it begins a journey to discover the truth about their jobs. Join Ray Taylor as he breaks down every episode of Season 1 of the new Apple TV show, Severance. First episode released June 7th. New episodes released every Tuesday. Subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, and YouTube. Go to inspireddisorder.com for links. And also the blatant Walmart product placement type of a scene with the mini Stay Puft Marshmallow characters that were adorable, and the demon dog when that kind of shows its head for the first time in that empty Walmart. But aside from those things, so much fun. It honors the original films while also adding to it. The modifications that were made to the Ghostbuster mobile are great. The inclusion of the remote control ghost trap was great. The character podcast was great. Just so much fun. So much fun. Like, it was such a breath of fresh air to watch this movie and just kind of enjoy it, despite the fact that it is a bit too close to a beat for beat remake of the first one. But overall, I really enjoyed it. It for those that don't remember, the original was all about Gozer, the Keymaster, the Gatekeeper. All that stuff is the same, except for you have Carrie Coon and Paul Rudd being the characters involved. And even the end of this movie, where so many movies end at night. They're nighttime scenes, and they do nighttime scenes to hide all of the CG. And this movie is no different in that it is at night, but it is different than most movies in that it is well lit. I appreciated it so much that even though it was set at night, I could see what was going on. So many movies just take no consideration to make things visible when they shoot them at night. It's like just the hint of things to be visible in so many of these movies that do things at night. And this one, everything was visible, which I appreciated. The cameos that happen at the end, the reunion that happens at the end was great. I was emotional. Out of all of the movies that have been made that bring dead actors back to life via CG, I think the way this movie handles that was great because it wasn't making the actor a living person. It was in so many ways, in the best ways, I would say, paying homage to him, bringing him back as a ghost. And you can also, you can excuse CG. It doesn't have to have that uncanny valley type of a look, trying to make CG look like a real human. So I appreciated that as well. Top to bottom, so much fun. So much fun. Especially that the lead, the girl that is the lead of this movie, McKenna Grace. Perfect. Like, you want to talk about a movie that allows for a strong female lead character while also making a good movie that respects the films that came before it, does everything that the female Ghostbusters did not do. I hope they do more. I really do hope they do more. I mean, in a lot of ways, this was a great passing of the torch. I mean, instead of having more adults being Ghostbusters, it's great that they had kids, which is very much like an 80s type of family action adventure type of a thing. All of that was great. So great. The riddles and jokes that she tells, the just awkwardness of her humor throughout the movie is hilarious. And the way it's used towards the end to distract Gozer, I thought was hilarious as well. Telling those kind of dad jokes, those riddles, those like joke book jokes. So funny and so well used in this movie. I really appreciated it. Is there anything? Oh, the end where the kid podcast has a podcast, obviously. And the end where it's him and Dan Aykroyd, and Dan Aykroyd is his one subscriber. I loved that as a podcaster myself. It is sadly such a feeling that hits close to home. Just kind of finding that, like, being around somebody, finding that one person that actually listens, like the proof that somebody's actually listening to your podcast, is hilarious as well. And now a quick word from our sponsor. Now you can wear The Many Faces, original art by Ray Taylor. Select pieces from the ongoing series of abstract ink paintings. All products made with high quality materials, made right here in the USA. Go to inspireddisorder.com/TMF merch to browse the entire collection and save yourself an extra 10% when you check out by using coupon code RTSTMF. So once again, go to inspireddisorder.com/TMF merch and save 10% when you use coupon code RTSTMF. And now, back to our show. There's a post-credit scene with Bill Murray and Sigourney Weaver that I thought was hilarious. Really has nothing to do with the movie, but nice kind of, since they've brought everybody back from the original to cameo, even if they are dead, to have a little cameo bit in this. It's fun to see Sigourney Weaver and Bill Murray doing that psychic card game shocker type of quote-unquote experiment. All of that stuff I really did enjoy. And the emotional end to the movie, I thought was perfect. How he was expressed as a ghost, like kind of helping her figure out how to fix the stuff, I thought was amazing. Like some of the best acting a lamp has ever done. I really appreciated that as well. So yeah, top to bottom, I had a lot of fun. The only real downsides are just it was a bit too much of a remake than a sequel. But everything else I really did enjoy. I think there was like a lot of criticism when this came out for some reason, and I don't understand why. I think this is easily, like, if you've never seen the original Ghostbusters and all you've seen is this, it is easily a classic. It is like an instant classic. Could easily be argued to be the best Ghostbusters film that's been made. I would argue that because I think I enjoyed it more. I think it holds up better. I mean, the first one was made as more of a comedy for adults, but then it connected with children in a way that I don't think they intended, and had that life that they didn't intend. But this one, top to bottom, I loved it. The score, the acting, the action, all of it was a lot of fun. It would have been interesting to see more ghost busting maybe going on, but that's like easily something they could do in, future movies. But top to bottom, I had a lot of fun watching it. I would highly recommend it. And it's completely baffling that people would criticize this movie. But, aside from a couple points, it's I think, an amazingly fun film, a great legacy sequel, and a great way to hopefully kick off more Ghostbuster movies. I would be down. I mean, since all of Hollywood is just remaking and sequels and all of this stuff, might as well start doing some good stuff. And I really appreciate it. And the director, Jason Reitman, let's see, what else has he done? Thank You for Smoking, Up in the Air, Juno. Like, he's done so many great, like, independent movies. To come into this, Tully, to come into this and do, an action family action movie, action adventure type of a movie. Let's see, has he done anything similar to this? And it's all just kind of independent type of dramas. Just knocked it out of the park. Excited to see whatever he does next. And a great, also keeping it in the family lineage of this movie with the Reitmans. Anyway, check it out, Ghostbusters Afterlife. New episodes of The Ray Taylor Show come out every single day. Subscribe on YouTube and everywhere our podcasts are found. Binge the full week over at inspireddisorder.com/plus. Buy Ray Taylor Show merch over at inspireddisorder.com. And follow the show on Instagram at Ray Taylor Show. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Peace out!
Today is the day where you wake up and you realize that everything that you've been dreaming about, everything that you've been wanting, every goal and wish and hope that you've ever had can become real. Dreams can come true. What you manifest in your mind, you can bring to reality.